The last time I stood here, life was very painful. I was homeless, was told I could not conceive. I was hopeless for the future. So I was born and raised in Puerto Rico. I had a humble childhood. I moved to the United States when I was 14 years old. At 19 years old, when I was in college, unfortunately, we had a situation at home where I had to leave school and began working in 3 different jobs so that I could better support my family and better support myself, because we became homeless. About a year later, I was told that I would not conceive. And if I did, it would likely end up in an ectopic pregnancy. So I went back to the doctors. They told me that although slim, there would be a possibility. So my husband and I began this journey, and just a couple months later, we ended up pregnant. When I saw the positive pregnancy test, I went to the store and grabbed more. A few weeks after that, our joy quickly dissipated when I was beginning to feel some symptoms that led us believe that it could be an ectopic pregnancy. And I was advised to take the abortion pill. I could not bring myself to do that. Because I refused to follow doctor's orders, about a week later, I was asked to go to the hospital for an ultrasound. And that day, I remember getting into that cold room and I just dropped to my knees. And I was just praying to God that whatever the outcome, that He would help me through the path. And what followed was me hearing the most beautiful sound, which was my daughter's heart. Everything was going great. We now hear Victoria's heartbeat. I come home running to my husband. That day he buys all the books on pregnancy and how to be the best father and mother ever. And months later, he had an accident. He could not go back to work. A frantic search for answers and resources. I went online, and that's when I found Choices. And Choices helped me through material assistance for my daughter Victoria by providing me with diapers and wipes. And it may not sound like a big deal, but when your world around you is collapsing, somebody giving you something as simple as diapers, it gives you hope. 2 years after Victoria was born, actually the week before her birthday, we found out that we were pregnant again. And we were thrilled and terrified all at the same time. And I remember that Choices offers free ultrasounds. So I gave them a call, and once again, they welcomed me in with open arms, and we didn't need their material assistance, but we did need that support, that sense of community that came so true the first time that I felt very comfortable coming to a second time. This time, I came back for them, for how they made me feel, for the glimpse of hope that they were able to give me, for that sense of comfort that I felt when I came in. And then I was laid off without notice. I needed to go back to school and finish what I started. And I went to a community college website, and there it was. Like plain as day, the very first thing I saw was a program, a grant that would allow me to go back to school at no cost and finish my associate's degree. One of my classes was a human services class, that required 45 hours of volunteer work. And the first place I thought of was Choices. I felt like it was my opportunity to finally give back. The rest is history. I came for an interview, and about a week later, I was hired as their part-time administrative assistant. I just want to say thank you to Choices Women's Center for giving me a place to call home when I really needed it. Thank you for providing me with resources. Really thank you for providing me hope when I needed it the most. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. Even though He knew my plans then, I didn't know them until almost a decade later.